Hey, welcome. Today, we're cracking open the secrets of self-made millionaires, using Adam Koo's book as our guide. We're going to look at the simple but really powerful rules they follow to, well, win the game of money. Let's dive right in. So let's start with a really big question. Have you ever just looked around and wondered why some people are 5, 10, or even 20 times richer than everybody else? Is it just dumb luck, or is there some secret they know that the rest of us don't?
Well, here's what's so interesting. The answer isn't what you probably think. It's not because they're 20 times smarter, or that they work 20 times harder, or that they just got handed some incredible luck. That's not it at all.
Here it is, the first big secret. Wealthy people understand that money is a game. And, just like any other game, if you don't know the rules, you've got no chance of winning. They've just taken the time to master the playbook. So where do these rules even begin? Well, it's not with a bank loan or some lucky break. It starts with the single most powerful money-making tool that you already have, and that's your mind. The author, Adam Koo, he says it perfectly. The greatest money-making asset that you will ever need is your mind, also known as your intellectual asset. That's it. That is the raw material that every single self-made millionaire starts out with. This is such a powerful concept when you really think about it. An investment in the stock market might give you 20% return if you're lucky, but an investment in your own financial knowledge, that can spark ideas that pay you back for the rest of your life. That's what we mean by the potential for infinite returns. So how do you actually develop that intellectual asset? Well, it all kicks off with a really critical choice that you make every single day. A choice between two mindsets that will pretty much define your entire financial future. So, over on the left, you see the victim mindset. This is the world of blaming your boss for not getting a raise, making excuses about the economy, complaining about your circumstances. But then look to the right. The winner mindset is defined by one simple, incredibly powerful principle: taking 100% responsibility. And this is the fundamental difference right here. Winners believe they are the captain of their own ship. If they don't like where they're going, they grab the wheel and change course. Victims, on the other hand, feel like they're just along for the ride, totally powerless against the waves. Okay, so you've decided to adopt the winner's mindset. Awesome. What's next? Well, the book lays out a super clear 7-step roadmap to get to financial abundance. And here is that roadmap. It all starts with the right mindset, which we just talked about. That's the foundation. That lets you set clear goals and build a real practical plan. Then you get into this really powerful cycle. You focus on increasing your income, then you manage it wisely, you grow it with smart investments, and finally, you protect everything that you've built. Now, having a big picture map is totally essential, but the journey itself, that happens one day at a time. And that's why we have to talk about the daily engine that drives this whole process forward: your habits. So while the book covers a bunch of habits, we're going to zero in on 3 of the most foundational ones, the ones you can literally start practicing today to get some real momentum going. Okay, habit number 1 is to become what the book calls a value creator by always exceeding expectations. The book kind of breaks people down into 3 categories. You've got value reducers, who do less than asked. They become a liability. Then value sustainers, do just enough to get by, which makes them replaceable. But the value creators, they consistently do more than what's expected. They become indispensable. And that right there is how you build real financial security and wealth. All right, next up is habit 2, and this one is the absolute bedrock of building wealth. It's called delayed gratification. And it's the simple, but not always easy, discipline of choosing a bigger reward tomorrow over a smaller pleasure today. And this just shows the financial impact perfectly. Most people are operating on the left side. Their spending is way bigger than their investing. The wealthy, they just flip that formula on its head, as you see on the right. They make absolutely sure their investing is always greater than their spending. It's such a simple shift in priority, but it has life-changing results. Now for our third and final habit, and honestly, this one might not be what you expect. It's this: do what you love. Why in the world is that a wealth habit? Well, because the only way to become truly exceptional, the best at something, is to be passionately obsessed with it. See, most people follow what the book calls the wrong path. They grind away at a job they don't really like, hoping to make enough money so that one day, far in the future, they can finally do what they love. Honestly, this is just a recipe for burnout and frustration. But the Millionaires path, it completely flips the order. You start by doing what you love. That passion is the fuel that drives the obsession to become the absolute best in your field. And when you are the best, the money will always, always follow. We've covered a lot: the mindset, the roadmap, the daily habits. But all this knowledge is pretty useless without action, right? So let's talk about your first move. The book brings up this incredibly powerful quote from Warren Buffett, and it's so important. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. This is all about integrity and thinking long term. That's the foundation that makes all the other strategies actually work and last. And that brings us to our final slide, and really a question for you. Forget the $1 million goal for just a second. Let's make this real, right now. What is one small expectation that you can choose to exceed today? At your job, in your family, even for yourself? Because that's where this whole journey really begins.